It is official. Chelsea Football Club appoint Xavi Alonso as it is next manager. Let's see what the official announcement says because it's official, guys. I'm so happy about the news, but we're gonna discuss further and my pro and con about the appointment. So this is Chelsea Football Club official statement on Twitter or X, if you wanna call it that way. So Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce the appointment of Xavi Alonso as the manager of the men's team. For me, I'm gonna expand on that later. The Spaniard will begin his role on July 1st, 2026, having agreed a 4-year contract at Stamford Bridge. Welcome to Chelsea, Xavi Alonso. Yes, indeed, that's true. Welcome at the club. Because for me, I didn't dream a single day or night that Xavi Alonso will join Chelsea Football Club, right? There is only two reasons he will join the club. One, Xavi Alonso is the least ambitious coach out there among the Spanish coach because they have a lot of great coaches, right? Because joining Chelsea Football Club at this moment and knowing how the club has been running for the past 4 years, you have to be clown or like you just want to get some money to join Chelsea Football Club. Because the past coaches that joined Chelsea since they fired Pochettino, let's say, because Thomas Tuchel was great. Pochettino was kind of good too, right? But since Pochettino is gone, we had only coaches that are just first years of managerial career. They just starting, so when Chelsea knock in, they will come running quick, right? And at some point, Xavi Alonso is kind of like that too because he doesn't have a lot of experience. They do have 2 years as a professional coach, right? Because he came out of Bayer Leverkusen, he did 2 seasons there. We all know what he accomplished there, the unbeatable, the invincible team of Leverkusen. They lost only one game throughout the season, which was in the final against Atlanta. We remember Ademola Lookman hat trick in a final of Europa League. That's the only game they lost that year, right? And then he joined Real Madrid. And we all know how that ended. So we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about those things, right? That is my number one point. It's either he doesn't have ambition at all, he just wants money. The second point is Chelsea Football Club decided to open their eyes to learn how this thing works, right? That's the hope from every Chelsea fan. Because I don't think there will be a single fan who will be against disappointment. At least not me. Not from the fan I'm hearing from, not even from our biggest influencer. I watch all of them, none of them are against it, right? It is surprising that he chose Chelsea. So let's hear what the man himself said, right? Xavi Alonso, this from BBC Sport, it came from anywhere because it's the same word everyone is using, right? Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in the world football, and it filled me with immense pride to become a manager of this great club. That I agree. Chelsea used to be a great club before this club took over 4 years ago. We used to be, we were there. We was unthinkable that Chelsea Football Club would be playing like this or it would be in series like this for seasons, right? So I agree with him. And the next paragraph, listen to this. From my conversation with the ownership group and the sporting leadership, it is clear we share the same ambition. We want to build a team capable of competing consistently at the highest level and fighting for trophy. So for me, this sounds like a ChatGPT, right? Because we heard that from everyone, from Liam Rosino to Maresca, everyone, they say the same word. This is they just copy and paste. They didn't say anything new that as a Chelsea fan we didn't hear from the previous coach. They're saying the same thing, right? So the next one will listen to this. There is a great talent in the squad and a huge potential at this football club, and it will be my great honor to lead it. Now the focus is on hard work, building the right culture, and winning trophy. Okay, so this is what Alonso said right after his appointment because he confirmed that he want to be there, and we all want him there, right? Because for me, if you ask me which manager was free in the market that we could get, I didn't sleep one night waking up thinking Alonso will choose us. I think this one is from Liverpool because I don't know how Liverpool let this happen, right? So this fault is on Liverpool because they still have their guy there. You don't understand what's going on, right? So that is Xavi Alonso lecture to the people, right? So, like I said, it is surprising that he really chose this path, right? Coming to Chelsea Football Club, right? So there are some sources like on X, Johnson Sport. At Johnson Sport on, CFC, those are the fans that share a lot of things. This is what they have to say. Chelsea Football Club, this is Chelsea Club sources. Chelsea Football Club says that Xabi Alonso is already aligned with the club on squad development and what is required in the market, and that like the club Alonso agree there is quality to work with and there are area to improve and strengthen. So when Maresca come, he said the same thing. He can work with the squad they have. They can develop from that because we have a world class talent. For God damn it, we have some World Cup winner there. We have some Champions League. No, we don't have any Champions League winner. No, we do. Like our captain, he won the Champions League. He was there, right? So we have some player with talent. If they're fit, they're one of the best in the world, right? It's just lately the coaching staff or like I don't know the ownership, because Maresca left is not because the results were that bad. It's just because he wanted a center back because Cowell was injured. They refused to give him Margiu. They refused to give him any center back for that matter, right? That's why he left. And Alonso, you say he's happy with this squad, which what Maresca said when he signed first, right? So the next will be. This is what the next report says from Sky Sport, right? Says Xabi Alonso will be involved in Chelsea's summer transfer business like all the club's manager before. Chelsea are looking to add experience to their squad by signing several ready-made first-team players this summer. So it look like a bullshit to me because first of all, we don't have money, right? You remember, like Chelsea Football Club spend a lot of crazy money and we are in the investigation from the UEFA. Look, I hope we don't go to Europe this year, right? I want them to finish 9 or 10. I don't want to play Conference League. And we cannot make to the Europa because those two teams, Brighton and Everton and Bournemouth, they are there. They're going to finish in those positions. I don't want to play Conference League again, all right? So that's he going to be involved in the summer transfer just like the manager, more than the manager before, which those guys didn't have any say. That's why Maresca left. At Chelsea Football Club, you are the head coach. You just come in, and then they give you some play, you work with it, right? And now they're telling us because you have the managerial title, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be involved in the transfer window, especially in this summer. I mean, this summer should be easy for us. You're gonna be playing only one game a season, right? One game a week, so it should be easy. But look at this, which contradict everything they say, right? Everything they say, this next post will confirm that. This is for Chelsea transfer from Matt Law, right? Matt Law on Twitter. If you want to follow him, he have a really good inside information from Chelsea Football Club. So this is what he reported. Breaking: Chelsea's leadership team of Paul Wensley, Lawrence Stewart, Joe Shield, Sam Joel, and Dave Fallows retain the confidence of Bluco. Telegraph Sport understand the club's owner remain committed to the current structure and its ability to deliver success. Like I said, in the world of football, there is only one club with 5 or 6 sporting directors, and it's us, Chelsea Football Club. So we clearly didn't learn from the past, right? Because if they keep all these guys who did all these bad decisions, that means nothing gonna change. So Xabi Alonso gonna be in the meeting. All these guys gonna share their idea, and you have to just tune in and then listen to them what they're saying. Because there is no way he's gonna be a manager like Pep Guardiola or Sir Alex Ferguson before. Like, no. That's why I said I'm surprised he joined the Chelsea, because he left to Real Madrid because he did not want to do what the ownership say, which is to be friendly with the player like Valverde, Vini Jr. and the other player. He didn't want that because he has the character to say no. That's why he left. He got fired or left from Real Madrid. By the way, when he left, Real Madrid was only 1 point behind Barcelona, I think. So it wasn't like the result was bad. His winning percentage is over 70%. He won like a 23 game out of 32 or 34 game. So his winning record was good at Chelsea at Real Madrid. So it's crazy to me that he left that situation because he couldn't get along with those players, and then he gonna come here thinking he gonna have power. Because the club just said that they are okay with the current structure and they believe the current structure can bring us success. We all know that is false because we are not getting any success. Hence, we're gonna leave the Champions League. We miss the Champions League. We miss the Europa League, and the best one we can get is the Conference League, which none of the Chelsea fans want. If you want it, comment below. Let me know why and give me us the reason why you wanna play in the Conference League again. Right? Going to Astana like in that freezing cold for the player. So overall, what I'm looking forward to, it is this: the duo of Xavi Alonso and Rich James, because he's our captain. He's staying there. He renewed his contract, so we're gonna see how those guys gonna work together. Especially if they're having only one game a week, plus Carabao Cup, FA Cup. You know, the last time we were in those positions, we won some trophy. When Mourinho came back, when the year we finished like 11th, I think it was 2014, and then 15-16 we won the Premier League, right, with Mourinho. And then after that, when Conte come, same thing, and then Conte won it too. So I think this year, if you play only with this, I think we have a legitimate chance to finish in the Champions League spot or even challenge for the title. Because this year the Premier League, just the way the Premier League was played, it's not like everyone was better than us. It's just like some of these teams were more consistent than us. Because Liverpool gonna finish in the fifth. They lost 20 freaking games in the season, right? Manchester United lost a lot of games. Even Arsenal, like the champion gonna be champion with 82 or 85 points. So it's not like we were that far from the crowd. It's just like everyone was bad, like everything was so close to each other. So it's not like we were distanced that much, right? So for me, I think there is a room next year to be fighting for the league, right? So overall, like for me, it's just I'm a perplexed. I want to see what's gonna happen with Xavi Alonso. Because when they say he's gonna be tuning in for the summer transfer, we don't have money, bro. Like we don't. Like I said in the beginning, we don't have money to spend. So Xavi Alonso gonna be working with the squad we have. I think the good news is Colwell is back. Maybe Bajasile from West Ham, because West Ham are going down to the championship, right? We saw all those results. By the way, Arsenal will be playing. We see if they're gonna beat Burnley or not. But pretty much we know they're gonna win it, right? But for me, this is what I have for today. So let me know below, what do you think, right? Is Xavi Alonso just playing with his career, or did Chelsea Football Club really decide to change their mindset? But according to the report, for me, according to the report, they're gonna stick with their structure. That's what they say. They believe in those 6 sporting directors, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do. Because if they change, as they say, if they say, like they were saying, we learned from the past mistake, and now we're gonna give the coach more experienced player, so they can be having fighting chance. All right, they should. Some of these sporting directors should have been fired. Yeah, some of these guys need to go. Like we need to keep at least one, and then send one to Strasbourg. And that's it. Every team have only one sporting director. The rest are called squadding. So send them out there to squad to find if they can find a player. Alright? But not let them all with the same power with one coach, and like you call him now the manager. So like what's going to happen? That's what I want to see. So let me know below, what do you think? The appointment, I know if you do a survey right now, I think over 90% will be happy with the appointment, because there is not a better coach on the market than Xavi Alonso. Let's be honest. There was nobody there. Mourinho is going to Real Madrid, and this ownership, I don't think they would have bring Mourinho, because Mourinho we don't play with this bullshit. But with Xavi Alonso character, I don't think it's gonna work. I think this dude's gonna be there 6 months. He's gonna be fired. He's gonna get a lot of money too. Because that's what Chelsea is like, the piggy bank for everybody now. They just come and then get some money, and then boom, they're out. But for me, I'm just gonna sit and wait to see how it's gonna run. So let me know below, what do you think, and which player do you think we should target in the summer. So let's see each other down there, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friend. Peace.